The youngest generation, they are asking us to move on regarding sustainability. And the good question now is, why should I to trash my beautiful bottle instead of keeping it? So, we had to reinvent the code of luxury. It's a very meaningful launch that we are experiencing today, because what we managed to do in skincare since years, and then in makeup last year, which was quite very challenging regarding formulas, we at last managed to implement it in the fragrance collection. And Aqua Allegoria, is now on the torchbearer of our sustainable journey, sustainable trajectory regarding fragrances. And this is so important for us because, at Guerlain, we placed sustainability 15 years ago at the center of our strategy. And when I'm saying that, it's not just a posture, it's just not words. We have proof, of an evidences on a market where this kind of evidences are very long, and time-consuming to implement. So today you experience the work of, 5 years, of sustainable innovation, working on the sourcing with the marketers, with the perfumers, with the suppliers all over the world, in your hands. The manifesto and the statements in terms of sustainability of this new Aqua Allegoria collection mainly depends on the way we manage to redesign, meaning through a sustainable packaging way, the bottle and add a refill, plus the way we also formulate, the perfume, and starting with organic beetroot alcohol, which seems obvious in our industry, but which is not. We are the very first to ask to our French suppliers, French agricultors, to move from a conventional beetroot alcohol to an organic one. So, two main revolutions. I absolutely do believe that now on, we also have a responsibility as a pioneer house in terms of sustainability, but also, nearly 200 years cosmetic hours to innovate, to take risks. But this is very limited risk, honestly, because I'm sure now on, this kind of format is time to market. The youngest generation, they are asking us to move on regarding sustainability. And the good question now is, why should I to trash my beautiful bottle instead of keeping it? So, we had to reinvent the code of luxury, and I'm absolutely 100% sure that it is a good way today to practice luxury, meaning developing products that fit the aspiration of today's clients and anticipate, the requirement of tomorrow. Honestly, sometimes, we have to pay tribute to some of our suppliers who proposed, recycled glass since years, and we were a little bit reluctant, saying, yeah, I take your recycled glass, called post-consumer recycled glass, but for my skincare jar. But regarding perfume, my glass has to be 100% clear, transparent, crystal clear. So, we are not only the one pushing our suppliers to implement, we are also the one hearing, deeply what they are innovating in the sense of sustainability. But anyway, for instance, regarding sustainable sourcing, we made an empiric way sustainability in the fields, thanks to the work of the Guerlain perfumers and today the amazing work of Thierry Vasseur, who is working hand in hand with all the agricultures. We like to say the world is our garden. Sincerely, Thierry is, for me, is the first sustainable people of Guerlain. He managed to encourage all our suppliers to do better in agricultural way, more sustainable way, for instance in Bergamot, in Calabria, in Vetiver in India, Ylang Ylang in Comor, etc. So it's just an equation. We push them, but we also benefit from their own experience in the good way and in the same sense. When we have the chance and the huge opportunity to get such an emblem since 170 years, you feel responsible of its preservation. And as you say, the bee is everywhere adorning our products. But my responsibility as a sustainable manager is also to say, just give back to nature and give back to bees. And bees is a sentinel of environment. If there's no bees, there's no food. And it's not only a question of sourcing for Guerlain, meaning if there's no more bees, no more honey, no more royal jelly, etc., and no more skincare, no more perfume at all, no more plant, and no more food. So, you and me as a human, we do have to give back to the bees. And we depend on pollination, whatever we do, whatever we eat. So we created the Guerlain for Bees Conservation Program last year, dedicated 1 million euros per year to the bee preservation through partnership with NGO, partnership with international organization, partnership with scientists working on bee welfare, bee repopulation, and also bee sensibilization. Because I like to say that you do protect only what you love, and you only love what you do know. 10 years ago, I used to say that luxury and sustainability has to be combined. Some people say, no, this is two different worlds, two different ecosystems. They will never speak together because luxury has no obligation to speak with the sustainability people because we are consubstantially sustainable as we produce creation, we produce products that do last forever. I say, well, it's okay for a watch, it's okay for a jewel you wear, but is that so accurate regarding, cosmetics? Because we use wonderful, packaging, EV, voluminous. We put the skincare or we put the perfume on us, but then what happens with the product? It's not a product that we keep for life. And that's the reason why we also, reshape the Aqua Allegoria collection so that it is able now to last forever and to be refillable forever in an infinite way. So I do believe that now on, we can say luxury and sustainability are speaking the same languages, but in fact, they had many common values, a DNA in common, but they just didn't know how to dialogue. And just to conclude also on this very important subject, if you don't have biodiversity, if you don't have grapes, you do not have champagne, if you don't have, cotton, silk, you don't have haute couture, and if you don't have a preserved nature, you don't have perfume plants. So can you imagine how luxury and sustainability are deeply and forever connected?